Scanning for audio.
Welcome once again to a Tin Dog podcast. I hope you're having a very nice summer. So, in June 2026, and as I record that, it kind of was just June, Sky Into the Chaos was released. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Sky release is just the two box sets. One came out last year, and that was Sky Before the Chaos, and this one's Sky Into the Chaos. It is 3 stories long, this release, and you know what? As I said, well, to be fair, when Sky Box Set 1 came out, I even said in the recording, I really must get around to hitting YouTube and watching the original TV series of Sky. Now, I've let you down, I've let myself down, I've let Gary Russell down. Because I've not done that. I've not gone back and experienced a show that's a bit like The Tomorrow People, a bit like Doctor Who, and a bit like neither. Yeah? Because, well, here's the synopsis, the initial blurb bit. In 1975, the alien Sky arrived on Earth and befriended a group of children. In 2025, he returned. Now, in 2026, the planet is in dire trouble. As a result of Sky's presence, the Earth has been covered in the calyx, a deadly web of foliage which blocks out the sun. It's up to the unearthly traveller and his friends to save the planet. But they might need the help of Sky's own people. Now, Sky's own people are called the Travellers. Nice and vague. You know, they're more akin to, say, the elements in Sapphire and Steel than they are to the Gallifreyans, but you get the meaning. So there's 3 stories in this particular release. There's The Confluence, The Place of Darkness, and This Far and No Further. The phrase this far and no further actually gets mentioned quite often in the whole of this story, and they do fit, well, they are basically one part of a 6-part narrative. Yes, each individual episode makes sense. Now, it's been a year since I've listened to box set 1, but it kind of stayed with me enough. And let's face it, Gary Russell's a clever enough producer to be able to give you just enough storyline to make you go, oh yeah, that happened, that's a thing, that's important, and forget some of the other more nuanced stuff. Or like a previously on. Because that's built into the narrative. However, I must say that at this point, if you are listening to this, pay attention. Don't just have it on while hoovering or doing something like that. I had it on while I was driving, and I had to skip back a bit, especially in episode 1, because I was convinced, absolutely convinced on my first attempt, that there was something wrong with the track order. There was characters I'd never come across, discussing things which happened in Series 1. And you know what? The reason that there was characters I'd never heard of is because there was characters I'd never heard of. This was someone from the original Sky series. This is the main person's sister, experiencing the world before the calyx arrives. Now, okay, there's a few words used in this series. There's the calyx, there's the Juganet, and there's a few other things, and they all sound, admittedly, in my head, like things you'd buy in IKEA, right? Especially calyx. I'm pretty sure that that's a set of shelves, and I'm pretty sure I said that in my last review, so I don't want to repeat myself. But it is weird that every time they keep saying, oh my god, you're being threatened by the calyx, or it's the weird omniscient force of nature that is reasserting itself. It's a very green, messagey thing. But so was the original 1975, which means it was ahead of its time. There's obviously going to be shades of... back in the tracksuit guy. Oh, it's really annoying me. It'll come back to me. It will come back to me. Bear with. But anyway, so what we've got is the beginning of this story is kind of a flashback, and then it presents itself as the ongoing narrative as the characters that have just been introduced get to meet the characters that we already know in the narrative that we're already aware of. Sky's been on TV. The world is coming to an end. People are turning into trees. Yes, you heard me. People are turning into trees. So we've got 3 stories. Arby and Jack are lost in the Juganet. Bex and Kyle take Sky to meet an old friend, Jane Briggs, and her grief counsellor go through many weeks of sessions about Roy's death, all the others, but for 6 months in Jane's future. Many weeks of sessions about Roy's death until the Juganet reunites them with the others, but 6 months in Jane's future. But is everything and everyone quite what they seem? As you can hear, it's kind of a difficult and interesting bit of narrative construction going on. We've got flashbacks, flash forwards to either sides of this enormous canopy taking over the entire world. And, like I said earlier, people being turned into trees. So apart from the initial confusion when listening to it, and then I realised, I had a moment of realisation where I went, I must pay attention. This is a complicated and interesting narrative. This isn't just something that you're going to have on in the background. Pay attention. So I did, and I enjoyed it so much more. The Place of Darkness. Another trip through the Juganet sees the Briggs family forced to confront their past, while Arby and Cerys confront the twisted future. Who or what is the Skygod? And why does it demand tribute? And what is Kyle Brannock wearing on his head? And obviously that sounds a bit, hilariously fun. But some of the characters in the original series travelled to a particular future. And here they're travelling to our future. But they're travelling dimensionally sideways as well. And there's a lot going on. It's very, very well written. Very, very well constructed. And of course, it makes great use of the characters who you already know. Because if you're going sideways, you get to meet a whole new set of characters who exist, played by the same actors, which still works. It still works. And then you've got what for me is the end of the entire Sky box set. If there's going to be another series, I am interested to know where they're going to go with it and how they're going to get more narrative. But I'm pretty sure that either A, it finishes here, and if so, it's been great, or B, it doesn't finish here and there's more, and they've got a hell of a lot more to give us. And you know what? I'm not going to say no to that at all. The calyx has almost destroyed Earth, and Sky is forced to do the one thing he dreads. He brings his own people to the planet to ask for help. But the travellers have helped Earth in the past, and are not very inclined to give this failed world yet another chance. So they are more omniscient, uncaring, unrelatable characters, and that makes them, relatable. I truly, truly enjoyed this box set so much more than I thought, just like the first one. And it makes me want to go and watch Sky. So you know what? When I've got an evening to myself and everyone's out, which, doesn't happen very often, but if it does happen, I promise you, I'll find Sky on YouTube and I will watch them. Genuinely enjoyed it. Here is the trailer. Until next time, be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions, Sky, Into the Chaos.
Is your brother?
Yes,
Robbie Venner?
otherwise known as Arby,
I take it he's still alive.
in a manner of speaking.
Ah,
It's complicated. We don't talk about Arby.
This far and no further.
Take a look at this.
Hands. Silhouettes of hands.
Remind you of anything? It could just be coincidence, of course. It may have nothing at all to do with the travelers.
Sky. Oh, I know. Pale and interesting. Doesn't say much.
Don't try and put this on me. I'm not the one with superpowers.
Except you did have a fragment of their powers once.
Listen.
This far and no further.
We call ourselves the acolytes of Sky.
It's increasingly difficult to know who you can trust.
We've all got something to hide.
She's a good kid. It's a shame.
What's a shame? Why do you say that?
All things must perish, Mr. Venner. Your world included.
The future you and I once saw has been overwritten by changing events. The destruction being wrought by the Animus is rewriting that future.
You are caught in a temporal paradox of Sky's making.
This far and no further.
We need to speak to you, Sky.
Skygod, you human. Could we please just talk about it? Be gone from here. The all-seeing, all-hearing Skygod commands it.
This far and no further.
We won the battle and lost the war!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.